Addictions. So addictions is something that you'd better get rid of if you want to improve your life. I'm going to talk about different kinds of addictions that really have prevented me from doing right things in my life. The first thing is coffee. Like coffee is an extremely powerful, let's say, addicting substance that kind of gives you this energy boost, and you remember that for the rest of your life. You remember this energy boost that is given to you, and you think that that's some kind of magic that you can do, that you can use every time in order to do things. It turns out that okay, 1 or 2 cups of coffee at the start of the day is okay. Especially one coffee is okay, seems okay. But when you go further, when you exceed this limit, mm, mm, it stops working this way. It doesn't give you really energy boost. It's more kind of about this placebo effect that okay, I'm drinking coffee, I'm getting energy boost. In fact, you do not after the second cup for a day. In fact, the only thing that rests there, that is left there, is this negative consequences of drinking coffee, which is you know how coffee works. It kind of when you drink coffee, it doesn't give you energy. It just blocks those receptors in your brain that deal with fatigue. So you just do not feel fatigue any longer, fatigue or tiredness, and you keep working despite having this fatigue because you don't feel that any longer. That's how it works. But the fact is, after, let's say, half an hour and a half after you have drunk a cup of coffee, you're going to experience back those adenosine. That is the neurotransmitter or something in your brain that deals with fatigue. And then you get it back. Then you get it back, all of this fatigue, tiredness and everything, and you experience these bad consequences of coffee. So you kind of every time you drink coffee, you have to just know that you're taking a bank loan. You're taking a loan, and afterwards you're going to pay it off. Mm, in my experience, I would drink I don't know, up to 4, 5 cups of coffee daily, which is really a bad amount of coffee. I suppose everything that exceeds 1 or 2 cups of coffee is too much. Yeah, and you're going to experience long-term bad consequences of drinking coffee for a lot of time. It just prevents you from doing right things. You just constantly feel this fatigue and tiredness, even when you do not drink coffee. If you just stop drinking coffee that you have been drinking for a long time, let's say you have been drinking coffee for a long period of time, let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you stop, you're going to experience this loss of energy, loss of motivation to do anything. You're going to just lie in a bed, not feeling like to do anything, because you're paying your debt, paying your loan that you have taken before. So every time when you would drink coffee, you kind of block your receptors, which deal with fatigue, and then you experience all of that. Another thing is masturbation. Masturbation is I would say top one of addictions that I have been experiencing. Mm. That is that is a devil. Masturbation corrupts everything. So you get this fake idea that uh like so when you masturbate, you go and switch on some porn, or like to take a look at a picture with a beautiful woman and you like imagine that you're having sex with her. So you're getting this like great dose of like dopamine, very easy, very fast dopamine. You get that, mm, then you come, and then you feel really awful if you have addiction to that thing. You know, there are guys who can just like masturbate, I don't know, like once, twice a week. They don't really have addiction. So once, twice, three times a week. That's not really an addiction. They feel okay. They do that in order to, not to have the semen inside, yeah, to kind of release that. But like, there are people like me who had that as more of like addiction. So I remember doing that awful thing like I don't know, up to like 7 times a day. I was really addicted to these things. So the only thing that was in my mind was like constantly imagining myself having sex with those beautiful women that I saw like on a picture or in a video, and I imagine myself instead of that guy who she was having sex with. Yeah, and like masturbation is like reason one, cause one why I didn't really do things in my life. Take a look, that's coffee. Yeah, I still haven't got rid of this addiction. Oh, completely, but I'm trying to limit that shit. My experience, like one cup of coffee a day, that's okay. But everything more than that, it's becoming my addiction. So I got rid of. There were multiple times when I tried to get rid of masturbation. There were some kind of long-term periods. I was able to not do that like for months at all. So right now I'm at the moment where I haven't been doing that thing for about, let's say, a year and a half. And I have done so many things. I have bought a flat. I have bought a car. Mm, I just but the main thing for those people who are addicted to masturbation is that they get this feeling of they can control their life. When you are addicted to masturbation, you don't really have that. You're like constantly loser who cannot control like his life. When you get rid of that shit, yeah, you can control. You realize you can do different things. You have enough new resource to do things. So that was a key thing for me. Like without quitting that addiction, I think I would never have bought a flat. In my experience, what helped me with combating masturbation was meditation. So my thing is I like to meditate watching a fire on a of a candle. I look at a fire of a candle, and so the core of meditation, the core principle of meditation is like you concentrate either on let's say something in a space. In my case, that was fire of a candle. You may concentrate on your breathing. You may concentrate on something that you can see in your room or somewhere. So, and the point is that every time when you've got some kind of thought in your head, like they're called automatic ideas or automatic thoughts, what you want to do is you should just like watch this idea, but do not really take it too seriously. The main point of meditation is like watching ideas, but not taking them seriously. So you realize, okay, I've got this idea in my head, but okay, my point right now, my thing is that I go on like watching this fire. So you go on watching this fire, and soon you realize that this idea is gone. So then next idea comes. You tell yourself again, okay, I'm watching fire, and this idea goes. So that's how it works. Like meditation really teaches you to kind of take things easy, take those ideas, automatic idea that come to your mind easy. It's a very powerful thing that you start to distinguish between automatic ideas and those things that are really right for you. A lot of people cannot do that, so they take too seriously those ideas that come to their head. Like, let's say those ruminations, those negative ruminations, bad ideas, negative thoughts about something that kind of mm, mm, has been poisoning their life, and they took that too seriously. But meditation teaches you to kind of let it go. So let me take a look at other points. Another thing is YouTube. So YouTube right now is my prior thing. Like consuming content on YouTube is prior thing that kind of stops me, prevents me from going further in my life. I realized that I could spend like half of the day, the whole day, lying on a bed and like watching YouTube content. I realized that I had like spent all of my free time on that shit, and that prevents me from doing things in life. It prevents me from just going and doing something that is really right for me. I don't know, like exercising, going for a walk, doing business, working out, meditation. Like, I'm completely addicted to YouTube. So I switch on YouTube and I can watch that like the whole day. And of course, like all of my free time goes there, and I cannot like focus on right things. The thing is that it's so interesting to watch this content that you become addicted to that. So, and at some point, I realized that I'm not going to learn anything any longer. Like, I'm no longer a student. I don't want to be a student any longer who is constantly learning something, watching other people living their life, watching like top G's living their life, enjoying their life. No, I want to become this top G. I want to live my best life. So I'm no longer a student. I'm a doer. I'm a creator. I'm a man. Next thing is nicotine. So the bad thing about nicotine is that it kind of strengthens this idea in your head that you're weak. You're weak. You're so weak that you cannot like stop doing something that really ruins your health. Nicotine is bad for everything, like for the whole health. Like, you feel really bad after you have smoked. You have smoked a cigarette, like very bad feelings like in the stomach. We know, yeah, that it's very bad for lungs. It increases probability of lung cancer. It's bad for everything, for every part of your body. And yeah, I feel so bad. I feel so weak after I have smoked a cigarette, that, and it just strengthens, yeah, this idea that I'm weak and I feel this weakness. So if you want to be weak, go on. Carry on, keep on like smoking nicotine, but I don't want to feel weak. So the thing that helped me in like quitting smoking cigarettes was those nicotine there are those nicotine gums. There is kind of medical nicotine which is produced in different kind of forms. You can buy nicotine gums, you can buy nicotine sprays. I started with sprays. So when I started using nicotine sprays, you kind of spray it like on your tongue. It's very quickly absorbed into your system, and after that you feel this mint and irritation like in your mouth so much that you don't feel like smoking. So, um, medical nicotine is a key. Like, it really helped me not to smoke like for 3 years or something. After that, I realized it's not really enough. Like, sometimes you still like you may feel like smoking a cigarette, so it's important to do both things. Like the first is like you have to have this medical nicotine coming into your system so that you don't feel like smoking. Another thing is that you still have to tell yourself that like smoking cigarettes is weakness. If you don't tell it yourself, you may get into the situation when you like run out of like a medical nicotine, and then you go and buy cigarettes because you don't have any medical nicotine right now. So, but yeah, those people who have these problems right now, just believe me, go and try medical nicotine. Nicotine gums, nicotine as for me, that was this thing. So I started with nicotine sprays, quit smoking like for 3 years straight. Then I came back, and then I tried like nicotine gums. That was cool. Like it also helped me. Nicotine gums. Then I realized that I can just like substitute those nicotine gums on like ordinary chewing gums just with mint. And I got this mint coming into my system, and I didn't feel like smoking. But again, it doesn't guarantee anything. Sometimes you still, yeah, when you get rid of these chewing gums or something, you may still feel like smoking cigarettes. So just go and buy like mm, medical nicotine again, chewing gums or something. That will be it. Next thing is dating apps. Oh my god, I like ruined my life staying on dating apps. Guys like me who do not look masculine, who absolutely don't look appealing to women. In my opinion, they're really forbidden to kind of stay on dating apps. There is no point. There is no point. Like, the first thing that women look at is like your appearance. And if you do not look appealing to them, if you do not look masculine, they're just going to like, you're going to like waste your life there. I mean, you're not going to get anything from dating apps. Okay, you may get some sex, but it's going to take you so much time, so many efforts. You're going to spend so much new resource. I just remember staying there like the whole day. In order to get sex, for me, from dating apps, I have to like stay there the whole month, every day, like writing messages, the same messages, spending all the time on that shit, and then at that on the day, okay, I've got a girl coming to my apartment, and I fuck her, but she's really very, very bad quality. Next thing is small dick energy friends, let's say. So there are people who are not motivated at all, who don't want to kind of improve their life, and they feel okay staying on their level. Okay, they may do something, they may buy a flat, but then buy a better flat, buy a car or something, but self improvement is not their thing. They're just not interested. They have this bullshit in their head that may whatever, maybe whatever, like let's say nationalism or something. They live with that bullshit or something, and they're not really interested in improving their life. So that was my thing. These were people around me. Um, we never had some kind of challenges, okay? Mm, Like, for example, let's set up some challenges, let's compete or something. Never anything like that. They realized their place in life. They they never wanted like top women, top beautiful women, earn top money or something. No, they felt okay on their level. So, and of course, when you have these kind of people in your surroundings, it's going to affect you. So it's going just to prevent you from doing right things, from doing things that are going to make your life better. So my advice is just like stop communicating with people like that. With people who feel okay with having what they had. I never felt okay with what I had, so I don't need these people. Next thing is seeking sex. So that's a very, very big addiction for a man. When you have this idea in your head that I have to have sex, I have to have sex, I cannot live without sex, you're just like going to spend all of the new resource on that shit. If you don't look masculine, not tall, not don't have big muscles, don't have like beard, you're not appealing to women. You're just like going to spend time on nothing. Spend time, spend energy, spend your resource that I could have spent like on right things, on improving your life and becoming really appealing. Um, yeah, you're going to spend a lot of time, waste a lot of time on dating apps, or you can try cold approaching. In my experience, I have cold approached at least 1,000 women, almost no results. I don't know, like 2 or 3 women that I fucked. But like, just imagine that. Imagine how much time I spent cold approaching women and getting these kind of results. 1,000 women, I guess, and like only 3 of them who fuck me. If you want to invest your time like that, go ahead. Oh, another thing is a fear to invest money in right things. So, there is this problem that people are kind of afraid of investing money in right things. So that's the thing that I don't understand. Just take a look at the price of cars. Take a look at how much cars cost. So it's like tens of thousands of dollars you need to invest in a car right now. That's like cost of maintenance every month. That a lot of problems. You have to think about this car, like how you're going to maintain that, to fix that. Like you have to service that, you have to a lot of things. You have to invest a lot of money right now. So buy it in the right way, then sell it in the right way. So it takes time, it takes energy. Just take a look how much money people are willing to go and spend on a car right now. That's tens of thousands of dollars. But they're afraid to spend money on really right things, let's say on their education. So people are ready to go and spend, let's say, $30,000 on a car, but they're not ready to go and spend, let's say, $20 an hour for a tutor of English. They really don't want. They believe in like some miracles that they're going to learn it themselves, or like the tutors are just like ripping out them off money. I don't know. Just calculate how much. Just find a good tutor. Find a good tutor. Invest money in your English, and I guess in the long term, it's going to be much more profitable for you than like spending it just like on a car. I don't know. Me, I don't need any car. I had 2 of them. I realized I don't need them. It's just like not that return on investment that I want. Doesn't get me anything. Doesn't give me anything. Mm. So, and one of the examples of investing money in the right way is your business. So right now, like my business is YouTube. So, and I just realized that I'm going to invest as much money as I need for that. So if I need to buy a good like service or like a good soft that is going to help me with editing, I'm going to go and buy that. Why should I just spend and waste so much time on like editing if I can just like buy good soft and invest money there? So all in all, getting rid of addictions enables to control your life, enables to do right things in your life. If you're addicted, if you have so many addictions, where is this space in your life that you are going to do something? something right, going and changing your life, like exercising, working out, going on walks, doing business, whatever it is for you that is you understand will be your next step. How are you going to do that? And if you're addicted to many things and they take up all of your neural resource. Okay, thank you for your attention.